Hello everyone, welcome to another session of English. In this video, I'm going to discuss your first chapter of literature, and the name of the chapter is When Wishes Come True, and the writer is Rabindranath Tagore. We all know Rabindranath Tagore was a famous Bengali poet, philosopher, playwright, artist, composer, novelist. He had adorned so many hats. And we also know that he was the first Indian to receive a Nobel Prize for Literature in 1913. He made Indian culture famous in the Western world and vice versa. The underlying theme of this story is that we are never satisfied with what we have, and we always feel the grass is greener on the other side. But what happens when our wishes come true? Are we happy with it or not? So we'll have to find out in the chapter. There are two protagonists in the story, two main characters in the story is the villager Subhal Chandra and his son Sushil Chandra. As the writer says, they are not true to their names, which means that Subhal means the healthy one, but he is suffering from rheumatism. Whereas the Sushil Chandra means sober, calm, but he is just the opposite of it. He drives the entire neighborhood mad with his antics. The story begins on a Saturday morning where Sushil does not want to go to school because there is a geography test, the dreaded geography test, and moreover he wants to see the fireworks display which is going to happen at the boss's place. He wants to see all the preparation, so he is not willing to go to school. He lies in his bed. His father finds out the reason why. He gives a reason that he has a stomachache. The father understands his naughtiness and wants to discipline him. So as a punishment, he says that he will lie in his bed the whole day. He tempts him with the lozenges and says that he would not give him to eat. Furthermore, he tells him that he would have to have that bitter brew to drink. He forces Sushil to have the bitter brew, makes him lie in the bed and locks him up. And as we all know, when parents really scold us, they feel very bad after that. So here, after scolding him, he sits out and he's thinking about his own childhood days, how his parents used to pamper him. And he wishes that had he been back a child again, he would really study very hard. He would study hard and do well and work hard. Same time, at that time when he's wishing to be young, he is lying in his bed crying and wishing he could be as adult, a grown up, so that no one could stop him from climbing trees, to do whatever he wanted, to go for a swim, as he wished he could do. Here, Rabindranath Tagore, the writer, brings in another significant fact, the supernatural element, that is, the goddess of wishes that time passes by. And he says that we should be very positive always. We don't know when our wishes would come true. So here, the goddess of wishes grants them that from the next day, Subhal would be as small as his son, okay, and Sushi would be as grown up as his father. The next morning, when they get up, Subhal is awake at the dawn, crack of the dawn, and he wants to get out of the bed. And the moment he gets out of the bed, he tumbles because his dhoti, his dress, although he's become this small, his dress is long. The dhoti is almost sweeping the floor. His hair is back, his bald hair, his hair is back, his teeth is back, and he's young again. There on the other hand, Sushil finds it very difficult to get out of the bed. He's very lazy, he's feeling very lazy. In fact, he gets up because his father, Subhal, is making a lot of noise. Both their wishes are granted. What father wanted, he got the wish. What son wanted, they got the wish. The wish came true. But both of them did not anticipate the consequences of it. The things that would come accompany with their wishes coming true. And here what happens. Sushil, his long deep desire to climb trees. He tries to climb a tree, but he's unable to do so. In fact, somehow he manages on the lower branch of the tree. The branch breaks and he falls down. And the passerbys who are going by, they laugh a lot at him. Then, though he wished to play whole day with his friends, but the moment his friends see him, that is Gopal, Akshay, Harish, Nanda, they all, the moment they see a grown-up coming towards them, they run for their life. And moreover, he also does not want to get into those childhood games. He finds it very noisy. Now here comes the problems associated with Subhal. He now no longer wants to go to school or study. Sushil forces him to go, and then in the evening also forces him to study. He somehow manages to do one sum in an hour's time. The other problems associated with Sushil is, since he is an elderly person now, he is always complaining of aches and pains. He longs to go for a dip in the river, but the moment he goes, his rheumatism aggravates and he lies back in his bed. And when he picks up the comb to comb his hair, there's a ball plate on his head. So he is very disappointed with it. He, on the other hand, forgets that he is no longer a grown-up person. And the moment he sees elderly people standing and talking, he joins them and tries to give his opinion. But this irritates the elderly people and they scold him a lot. Another hilarious incident in the chapter is where he, as a tiny boy, sees his sir puffing a tobacco. He asks for it and the teacher is so surprised and so angry that he canes him. So both of them are pretty unhappy with their situation in life and they want to regain their own identities back. They somehow wish, and the goddess of wish grants them back, and again they come back to he being the elderly man and he being a child. Now what message is conveyed through the story, children? The message is conveyed that we are not always happy with our life. We are always complaining. We are always criticizing. We should not do this. We should be happy with whatever we have. We should not think that the grass is always greener on the other side. So we should be happy with what it is. And the second thing the writer wants to convey is that childhood is a time to enjoy life. We should do it because once this time goes, it will never come back again. Students, while reading the story, one thing we also learn is that at various stages of life, our mindset also changes and so do our priorities, right? So with that, with every stage of life, we have different set of problems, but we should learn to cope up with our problems, whatever life presents with us. Rather than complaining or thinking, oh, wish I had this, then I would have done better. Rather, we should deal with life with a positive mindset. However the situations are, we should give our best shot to life, enjoy life, and be happy. The story is beautifully written and a very engaging story. We enjoy reading it, but at the same time, it comes with a very deep message that we should be satisfied with whatever we have in life. So when wishes come true, the title is exactly apt at what happens when wishes come true. Are we always happy, or we have another set of problems with our wishes coming up true? I thoroughly enjoyed reading this chapter and explaining it to you all. I hope you all have also enjoyed it. Thank you for watching my video, and God bless you all.